Hey guys! So, welcome back to another late update on my Pando's Eyeshadows Challenge. This time for the month of July. I know we're already on the second week of August and I'm just starting to do my update for July, but I hope it's okay. Life has just been a bit busy this past few months, so if you notice, there has been no constant videos and all that. So, but anyway, let's begin. If you guys watched my last declutter video, which is me decluttering my eyeshadow, then you'd know that I decluttered my Going Coconuts palette and my Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, and I just took the shades in there that I wanted to keep in my collection. So now, instead of having those four eyeshadow palettes in my palette rotation, I now only have two. So this is the Prism palette, and then this one is my I Think I Love You. And you know that the old Colourpop palettes were all magnetic, so I removed the separator of the pans and I made it into a Z palette. So this is what my palette looks like now. That's why I decluttered those two, because all the shadows that I wanted to keep can all fit in here. These are all of my Zoeva palettes, and then these ones are the ones from the I Think I Love You. So now I only have two palettes that I am currently panning. Okay, so let's first start with my quintet. Let's first start with the Colourpop. And the oldest probably in this quintet for now in this selection is the one from Zoeva Cocoa Blend, and it was pure ganache. And currently it's now this one. I have hit side pan on this one. Finally, it's this one. I'm not sure if you can see. I'll just post a picture. But yeah, I finally was able to hit side pan on this one, so it's now out of my collection. And then this one was Belair, and this was a repressed shadow, so every time I put my brush in there, the products would just blow up. That's why I was able to hit pan on this one. I didn't just hit pan, I emptied this completely. However, despite the shadow being so powdery, this still contained a lot of products, so I've just been focusing more on this one, and I didn't actually even touch the other shade in my quintet, which is this one. This is the Pulling Strings. So of course, since I didn't hit pan on this, I'm gonna continue using this for the next month, for the month of August. So this is that shade. It's quite warm actually, and I've just been really more into neutrals. That's why I also preferred focusing on Belair last month, because it's more cool toned. Whereas this one is just like a warm brown. Beautiful, it's just not my preference right now. And then the other two shades remaining in my quintet comes from this Zoeva Prism. And unfortunately, I haven't actually even touched Unity, because I don't know, I just feel like I'm wasting the product because I'm not going out. The only time I'm wearing makeup is when I'm filming, which didn't happen a lot the past month, or if I have classes. But I stopped with my classes for now because it's just I just didn't have the time. So there's really no time for me to wear this where people can see it, and I don't like using this when no one can see it, because I just love all of my makeup when I use this as a base. And I don't see myself going out in the near future because we're again in a lockdown. So I'm going, so instead of just keeping this in my rotation, not using it, I'm just gonna select another one that will replace this one, so that I can at least have progress on another shadow that I am willing to use even though I'm not going out. Okay, so the last shade in here is Saturn, And Saturn is so pigmented, it's so warm, and I'm not really into the warm eyeshadows anymore. So I just use this as a darkening lash shade, but lately I've just been wearing a cool toned brown eyeliner, so I haven't really had any occasion to use this one, but I'm gonna continue using this. I'm gonna keep this in my quintet just to see if I am going back to, if I can bring myself to go back to using my warm tones again. So I'm keeping Saturn in my rotation, and besides, it matches the other brown shade in my rotation, so that's it. Now it's time for me to choose the other three. However, since I only have these two palettes in my collection, rather than taking a randomizer, I'm just gonna choose the next shadows that I want to pan or hit side pan or completely empty. You guys know that I have been trying to use up this shade, but what's stopping me is that I was focusing more on pure ganache. But now that I've hit pan on pure ganache, I want to focus more on this one. So my goal is obviously not to hit side pan because I already hit side pan. But my goal for this one is to completely empty this. So I'm gonna put this in my quintet. This is Level Up from the original I Think I Love You palette. And it's so pretty. So metallic. It definitely beats any of the eyeshadow quality from Colourpop recently. Mind you, this is already 4 years old, running on 5 years, and it's still very pigmented, very creamy, very soft. And now it also matches these two mattes that I still have in my quintet. So seeing this one, I think I'm gonna go back to wearing warm tones again. Okay, so last one is Unity. So as I mentioned, I don't really want to use up Unity yet. So I'm gonna replace that with another setting shade, and this time it's from my Sultry palette. For the first time ever, I'm bringing in Sultry in my Pandos eyeshadows. But I'm not expecting to have any pans on this because it's so brand new, and it takes me such a long time to use to even wear down my eyeshadows in normal time. So how much more now that we're in lockdown. So I'm gonna replace Unity with Fresh, and I know that Unity would have been more suited with my warm tones, but I want to start using up my Fresh setting shade just because I prefer using Fresh even if no one sees it compared to Unity, because I love Unity so much. The last shadow that will complete my quintet would be this one originally from the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, and this one is the shade Subtle Blend. I've just been really more into like neutral browns lately. Right now my selection is very warm, so in those times when I just want a warm neutral brown, I want something that I can pull in from my quintet. So I'm bringing in this Subtle Blend from Zoeva, and I still have a lot of products in here, so it's quite going to be challenging, but I love the look that it provides me. It's the one that I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing this one all over the lid, and this one just around the base, and then just an eyeliner. So I'm bringing that in, Subtle Blend, just to have a neutral brown option. Okay, so this is my quintet for this month. I know I cheated a little bit by choosing my shadows rather than bringing in random eyeshadows, but I just want to use up some of my shadows before the end of the year, and for that to happen, I would just have to focus more on the nearly there eyeshadows. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I know my updates have been so late this recent months, but still, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!